UK police have charged a student for flying a drone and crashing that drone into Commonwealth Stadium last weekend.
A man arrested in Colorado had his first court appearance today in Lexington. He's charged with killing his mother back in July.
Showers and a few thunder showers we have out there today, all part of a much bigger system that will bring 60s to this area for the weekend. And I'm talking for highs. We'll take a closer look coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon. A University of Kentucky law student now faces a criminal charge. Police say that he was behind the controls of a drone that crashed into Commonwealth Stadium.
Police have been investigating the incident since last weekend's opening game. Today, UK Police Chief Joe Monroe told us the drone had a near miss with a skydiver above the stadium, which is one reason why his department cited the student. WKYT's Mike Linden is tracking the investigation in our top story at 5.
UK police have charged a student with flying and crashing a drone into Commonwealth Stadium during the Wildcats' home opener against Louisiana Lafayette last weekend. UK police have charged 24-year-old Peyton Wilson for crashing a drone into the new Commonwealth Stadium last Saturday. The 24-year-old first-year UK law student from Louisville is charged with second-degree wanton endangerment, a misdemeanor. Police officials say Wilson was piloting the drone from the parking lot as it crashed into the glass on the south side suite level. While no one was injured in the crash, UK Police Chief Joe Monroe says one of the military parachutists skydiving into the stadium before the game had to make emergency evasive maneuvers to avoid contact with the drone.
It's very dangerous when you have a remote-controlled, non-piloted aircraft. That's flying in, especially in areas where there's lots of people.
Chief Monroe says Wilson is set to appear in court October 20th. In Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Wilson will be arraigned in Fayette District Court on October 20th. UK has banned the use of drones on campus while a committee works to draft an official campus policy. We are tracking a developing story out of Laurel County tonight. A murder investigation is underway after state police found a woman's body in a wooded area off Arrowwood Drive. State police say the victim is 25-year-old Amber Decker of London. Police say she was reported missing on Tuesday. Investigators have charged her estranged boyfriend with murder. Police arrested 48-year-old Joseph Nestor at a hotel in London. The cause of death has not yet been released. And we're also just learning details about another death investigation tonight. This time, the Estill County coroner says a 44-year-old man was found inside a home on Pea Ridge Road near Irvin around noon today. Investigators are calling the case a homicide but have not released the cause of death. The victim's name has not been released.
If you're heading out to a high school football game tonight, you might want to grab an umbrella and maybe even a jacket. Big changes on the way. Rain tonight will lead to much cooler weather this weekend. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell's here. Jim, the day started off pretty nice for most of the area, you know.
We had sunshine out there. It was very nice, but now those showers and thunder showers are starting to move in, and that's going to trigger that cooler air to come rolling our way as well. Out there right now, we're running where we should be for this time of year. Upper 70s, low 80s throughout the entire area. But you're already seeing a little trace of some of the cool stuff trying to sweep in. Northern Kentucky and out to our west, where they have been dealing with some showers and the cooler air as well. There you see Defender, and you're tracking showers and a few thunderstorms. The thunderstorm complex mainly to our west, closer to Bowling Green along 65, but that's feeding toward the north. There's where we run into a scattering of showers back toward Cynthiana and also around the Maysville area, and also Moorhead as well, right along 64. Now, as we look at our 24-hour planner here, notice that I've got a rainy icon on each and every single space. Now, the reason is some of us will be seeing rain during that time period. Tomorrow it becomes a little more widespread. It's going to be steady, light at times, but it's going to be present out there for most of the day. And look at the temperature at 5 o'clock tomorrow, only around 65 degrees. That's nothing. 40s come your way by tomorrow night. I'll take a closer look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
Lexington police have released surveillance pictures of a bank robbery suspect.
Police say this man held up the Chase Bank on Nichols Park near Nicholasville Road in Man o' War around 9:30 this morning. Police say the robber implied he had a weapon and demanded money. Jim Ballard works near the bank. He says he talked to an elderly man who was inside when the robbery happened.
He said bank robber told him to get down on the floor, and he just looked at him and took off running out the door as hard as he could go.
Police searched the area for about an hour after the robbery, including a search by air, but the suspect was able to get away. The search also continues tonight for a driver who hit a Lexington police officer with his car. It happened just after 11 this morning near North Broadway and 7th Street. Police say the officer was on foot at the time, chasing a shoplifting suspect. Investigators say the suspect jumped into a waiting car and the driver clipped the officer as he took off. The officer was checked out at the scene and is expected to be okay.
He has been in Colorado for months, and now a Lexington man charged with killing his mother is back in Kentucky. Today, Jack Clemens was arraigned in district court. WKYT's Victor Puente was there. He has some new information on the investigation.
Jack Clemens is charged with killing his mother at the home where they both lived. According to his arrest warrant, police were able to find him because he used her credit card after she was dead. Lexington police have charged him with killing 64-year-old Shirley Clemens at the home they both lived in back in July. His arrest warrant says police were called to the home when her family hadn't heard from her. Police say they found Shirley Clemens wrapped in a blanket and bound with duct tape. The state medical examiner determined she died of asphyxiation. They also found a bag of clothes, including a shirt with blood on it that they believe belonged to Jack Clemens. When Shirley's credit card was used to buy fuel cards, police were able to track the purchases, eventually arresting Jack Clemens in Colorado. Today, the judge entered a not guilty plea for him. He'll be back in court on the 21st. In addition to murder, Clemens is also charged with tampering with physical evidence and fraudulent use of a credit card. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Family members of the Clemens were in the courtroom today. After the hearing, they said they did not want to talk about the case.
A court date is now set for a man who police say assaulted a woman and then took off with a 1-year-old child. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Scott County. 22-year-old Shelton Perkins is scheduled to be arraigned in district court on Tuesday. Police say he locked the woman in a bedroom of an apartment on Scotland Drive, then jumped into a car with the child inside. Police say they found that car nearby with the child still inside and safe. They say the woman climbed out a window to get help. Police later arrested Perkins at a home in Lexington. He's been charged with assault and endangering the welfare of a minor. In Boyle County, police are searching for a couple wanted for passing counterfeit money. Danville police released pictures of the man and woman today. Police say the duo has passed fake $100 bills at stores across Kentucky and in surrounding states. Investigators say the couple usually buys an item under $20 and then collects the change from the fake $100 bill. Earlier this week, Richmond police said a similar crime happened there. 7 businesses in the Richmond Center were hit. Danville police say the couple is believed to be traveling in rental cars.
A day of remembrance across this country today to honor the victims of the 9/11 attacks. Nearly 3,000 people died 14 years ago today when terrorists hit. At Ground Zero, the first bell rang at 8:46 this morning, the moment American Airlines Flight 11 slammed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. There was also a ceremony at the Pentagon where 184 people died. And in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where passengers and crew fought back against the terrorists and brought down United Flight 93 before it could reach Washington, D.C.
Scott Carney, George Libby,
Students at the University of Kentucky also paying tribute to the 9/11 victims today. Members of the ROTC read aloud the names of every victim killed 14 years ago today. The ceremony just wrapped up a few minutes ago. The ROTC members also placed American flags on the main lawn of the university. A day that we will never, ever forget. Many consider it a crowning achievement of a career. Huge honor. Tonight, UK basketball coach John Calipari will be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
And Coach Cal says it likely wouldn't have happened if he didn't take the job here in Lexington. WKYT's Lee K. Howard is in Springfield, Massachusetts with our Big Blue coverage at 5.
Hey guys, well, John Calipari will take his spot in the Basketball Hall of Fame this evening here in Springfield, Massachusetts. And he admits that had it not been for an opportunity to come to the University of Kentucky, he might not be here today.
Kentucky is like one of those places. It's the stage, it's Carnegie Hall, that's what it is. When I went there, I wanted to know, could we create the gold standard that other people would emulate?
In his 23 seasons as a college head coach, he's guided 6 teams to the Final Four, including 4 over the last 5 years. He's led 1 team to a national championship and produced 36 NBA draft picks, including 19 first-rounders. And that number stands to grow.
His career and now is the #1 pick.
You can't retire on the job at Kentucky. Let me just put it that way. If you're going to be there, you're going to be coaching, you're going to be recruiting, you're going to be involved in the community, you're going to be going 20 miles an hour, you're getting a few hours sleep now and then, and that's Kentucky.
And along with John Calipari, former UK and ABA great Louis Dampier is also one of the 11 members of the 2015 Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class that will be inducted later this evening. Here at the birthplace of basketball, Lee K. Howard, WKYT.
We will certainly be watching tonight. Several former and current Wildcats will be at the ceremony tonight, including John Wall, Anthony Davis, and DeMarcus Cousins.